Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Obey 8F Drafter in GTA Online. I'm a huge fan of this car. I customized one a few months ago, probably more than a few months ago, probably about 6 months ago, maybe something like that. We're going to customize it today. Going to be trying to make it look like an Audi RS5 because that's the car that it's based off of. So let's get right into it. Alright, so starting off, the armor, brakes, engine, transmission, and turbo are already on this car. A cool feature about this car is the transmission. It actually has the super transmission, which most cars in the game do not have. It allows it to accelerate a little bit quicker, which is really cool. Starting off with the bumpers, we have front and rear bumper options on this car. For the front bumpers, we have the carbon front splitter, street splitter, and the racing splitter. I'm going to go for the carbon front splitter. I like that look the best. Makes it a little, just a little bit more aggressive. For the rear bumpers, we have the painted rear diffuser, the painted custom diffuser, or the carbon custom diffuser. The carbon custom diffuser is what we're going to be going for today. Next up, we have the exhaust. So we have the stock here, oval exhaust, titanium tuner exhaust, twin carbon exhaust, race exhaust, and the big bore exhaust. The big bore I used to kind of like, but honestly I feel like they're way too aggressive now, so I think we're going to be going for the titanium tuner exhaust. I like that look quite a bit, so we're going to do that. For the grill, we have a chrome grill, carbon grill, performance grill, or sports grill. The sports grill is kind of cool. You can see the radiator, it's exposed a little bit. I personally like the carbon grill the best though, so that's what I'm going to go for. For the hood, we have a carbon hood, vented hood, scooped hood, street hood, performance hood, carbon performance, tuner, race hood, and carbon race hood. You can do some crazy stuff to this car, guys. You can make it into like a full-on race car. It's pretty crazy, honestly. Me personally, I think I'm just going to go for the scooped hood. I don't really like the other ones. They're a little bit too aggressive for what I'm trying to do today, so we're just going to go for that. Xenon lights, of course. For the livery, we have twin white stripes, Obey stripe, Obey coverage, cracked 8F, the urban streets, racing the edge, prolapse golf, motor market racing, and gutter and blood. All the liveries are pretty cool. They're honestly pretty unique. I don't really have a problem with any of them, but for this build today, we're just not going to go for one. For the mirrors, we can do stock or custom. Custom otherwise is carbon. I don't know why they didn't just call it carbon mirrors, but anyway, custom mirrors it is. For the plate, yellow and black. For the respray of the car, we're going to go for a metallic, and I'm not 100% sure what color I want to go for, but honestly, cast iron silver just caught my eye, and that is looking really good, so I'm going to keep that in mind. We're going to see what else we could do potentially here. I feel like blue is so overplayed on this car. In fact, in my other customization I actually made a blue one of these. I think we're going to go for white, boys. I think we're going to go for ice white for the primary and the secondary. All right, so we got the color now. The roof, we can do a painted roof scoop right here. Carbon roof scoop. Roof spoiler, okay, interesting. Carbon roof spoiler. Tuner kit, and the racing kit. Really surprised that there was no carbon roof option for this car, so I think we're just going to keep it stock, honestly. Roof accessories, we can add a roof rack, vortex generators, or carbon vortex generators. I think that looks kind of insane with all those little, like, basically spikes. I don't know how I feel about a roof rack right now. I kind of want to go for one, but at the same time, no, not on this car, not on this car. For these skirts, we can do carbon skirts, we can do street skirts, or sport skirts. Normally I don't go with skirts, but I actually like the look of that, so we're going to go for that. For the spoiler, we can do a small lip spoiler or a big lip spoiler. That is pretty ugly from behind, honestly, but from the front, kind of looks good. You can also do a carbon big lip spoiler, tuner spoiler, low level, mid level, drift, and GT spoiler. Honestly, the drift spoiler is not looking too bad either. I think I'm just going to go for the subtle small lip spoiler right here. I like the little carbon detail there. For the suspension, this car's suspension is really cool. Obviously, this thing is raised all the way up right now, but you can lower it all the way down. And as you lower it, the wheels get cambered out a little bit, as you can see right there. We're going to be going for, I don't really love the look of the race suspension, honestly, so I think I'm actually going to go for some sport suspension today. I like that. I like the fitment a little bit better. I think it looks pretty good. As I said before, it has a super transmission, which is a unique feature to this car and a few others that came out in this update and a couple updates around here too. For the wheels, I think I want to go for my new favorites, which are the street rims, and they are the concave mega mesh. I think these work well with this car. They're kind of angular and they just sort of suit the car, I feel like. So let's go for those. For the color of them, let's go for a carbon black. I like that look. For the tire design, we could add one. On this car though, I'm not a big fan of it. Let's not do it. Has bulletproof tires already, of course. And for the wind deflectors, we can add these. These are kind of cool. Personally, not a huge fan though, so I think I'm going to leave them off the car, but you could add them, of course, if you want to. And finally, let's tint the windows all the way out. And this is what it's looking like. Let's take it down to the ground, do a sound test and a little review. This is one of the best sounding cars in the game, I would say. I'd say it's probably in the top 3. Very, very good sounding. Acceleration off the line, not bad either. Absolutely no wheel spin. This car is all-wheel drive. Of course, it is based off of an Audi RS5 in real life, so it does have the all-wheel drive. Acceleration is pretty good. It's actually pretty nuts. This is a sports car, so keep that in mind. There are obviously faster cars in the sports category, like the 2 Italis that are both faster than this. I believe the RSX and the Italia GTO, I want to say. Those 2 cars would blow this thing out of the water, but I think this thing is up there with them at least. I think it's probably in 3rd place or maybe a little bit lower than that as far as time around a racetrack. Those cars are pretty much unmatchable, I think. So the handling of the car feels pretty good. It's got a little bit of understeer, which is kind of typical of all-wheel drive cars. They got a little bit more weight in the front end there, in addition to the engine. So it's a little bit hard to balance it, but the car does handle pretty well for the most part. The back end does seem to want to slide out a little tiny bit, but it does hold the line pretty well actually. Just like I said, a tiny bit of understeer. This thing's top speed is not that high, I don't think. It's pretty good, but it's not as high as, like I said, the Italis, like the RSX and the GTO. I think that's pretty much it for the customization and the review today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If not, dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.